It's no secret that I'm not a Morse code operator, but that doesn't stop me from being able to really appreciate Morse code keys. And when I got the opportunity, my friend Paul is who this key belongs to, and he purchased it from Begali, but he didn't want to pay the shipping from Italy, so I actually picked this up for him at Dayton Hamvention, and I need to mail it to him, but that's been a couple months, so I need to get doing this. So thank you, Paul, for allowing us to review this key, and I promise I might at some point actually mail it to you. So let's hop on the bench and take a look at this Begali travel key. Having picked this up from the Dayton Hamvention, the Begali key came in this very handsome carrying case. There's a couple other little goodies inside too. Let's see what we get. Here's the key itself. We're gonna wait for that. What we got? Just some little things in here. So we've got, looks like a little brochure with all of their different keys in here. So beautiful, so beautiful. So we got that little QSL card, looks like. There you are. Got a cable here. What do we got? That's a 3.5 millimeter TRS, tip ring sleeve. And a coaster. Tasti Telegrafica Begali. I'm not sure what that spells. I don't speak Italian, but it might say subscribe to KMRD radio stuff. And now the moment we've all been waiting for. The Begali Traveler CW key in all its glory. So when we open it up, we've got a little bit of info on how to maintain, keep your key private. It actually says to use gun oil and a microfiber to clean it all, or to just kind of lube it up. Don't use it on the contacts and on the bearings, but really just to protect the metal, I would imagine, as you would do for a gun. And it says your Begali key comes already adjusted for starting using it. Please try it out as it is and then adjust for your liking. And then it goes on to say use some gun oil, probably something like that, and that will help keep your Begali key as new as possible. I mean, very well packaged. Look at this thing. It's this tiny little key is in all this styrofoam, so this is great. So it looks like we get a little strap, maybe for going around your lap as you're sitting. And here, I have not taken this out, so I have no idea what to expect, other than it's going to be a great key, and I need a knife. Oh yeah. Some nice foam, and we might could just, yeah, we can take it out there. Look at that, huh? There's a little bit of oil on there. Wow. I mean, you want to talk just, wow. Precision machine. I mean, this has got, so here's the deal. I like, as a portable operator, I'm not a CW guy, but I always do have a key with me. But it's very, very small and lightweight. This has got some heft. So I don't know if the soda guys are going to be bringing this up mountains, but this is designed for portable work. So these things come out, okay. Wow, I mean, wow, okay. So being a guitar player and not a CW guy, I understand the importance of fine craftsmanship. I play Gibson Les Paul standards, and I have a Gibson Les Paul custom as well to give you an idea. Not cheap instruments by any means, and this key is not cheap. This is a fine crafted bit of kit. I'm curious if the action is, I mean, these keys aren't even moving, okay? So like if you take a look at, as everything falls down, this bencher key, like this action's pretty nice. It's really nice to use this key, but these contacts aren't even moving. So I wonder if it says it's set up from the factory, ready to go. So is the action gonna be that smooth and buttery, kind of like my Les Paul custom? I mean, I just have to, you just kind of put your fingers over the strings and it plays. I have that good of action on my guitars. So I am really curious to see what this does. But I mean, they've got, I don't know if you can see, but there's some oil here. Like all the moving parts are already oiled. Like I'm getting my fingerprints over it. I mean, that's a good thing that it's all oiled. That's attention to detail when this thing leaves the shop. And then it's got his autograph and call sign there, I guess, I2 RTF maybe. And brass contacts there. I'm not sure if this is like magnet or spring loaded or what. I mean, I don't really see any moving parts, to be quite honest with you. So let's plug this in. I'm curious how this is gonna play. So I'm just gonna use my 705 as just an oscillator, and we'll see, one, how bad of a CW-er I am, but also how smooth this action is. All right, we're all plugged in, not sending any power, just hooked up to a dummy load. Let's see how this thing feels. Wow. You just touch it. I mean, you can't even see it moving. Wow. Wow. Look at this. Oh, look at that. Okay. Now it's just going into overdrive here. So that contact might be just a touch close. That was going haywire there for a second. See, look, yeah. So it definitely needs to be adjusted a little bit. I'm not gonna do that because it's not my key. But yeah, just a touch. So very cool. Let's unplug this here. So, I mean, just a little nitpicking. The feet on here are actually kind of like a more of a plasticky kind of material than like rubber. They're a bit more solid, rigid, and as I was keying, playing around a little bit off camera too, it does. I mean, it's pretty solid on the bench, but it does tend to want to move a little bit because there's just not a lot of friction here on this, and I mean there's a bit of friction on the pad here that it's on, and you know, if this is on a wood desk or something, I wonder if this would move around a bit or on a picnic bench. Considering all the weight, I would expect it to stay a little more in place. But given also you really don't need to touch this very much, and I'm sure I am kind of ham-fisting this, as it were, it might not be an issue. So I'm sure it's more user error than actual design in the product. Pretty sure Begali knows what they're doing. But my gosh, and there's the serial number, 1535. Just an absolutely, uh-oh. I don't know what these are, but they moved. I broke your key, Paul, I'm sorry. I look at the keys every ham fest I go to, and I mean, there's really only two. You've got Begali, and then is it N3ZN, I believe? Both fantastic, but like, it's just so hard to pass up Begali, especially when they make all these little keys. They made one for the 705 that I was playing with at Hamvention. It was this guy here, that little guy. If I were to get a Begali key, it would be that guy, because it's like, here's the base, just that is the key. It's tiny, tiny, tiny. So I kind of like the smaller ones, but man, to just have this here in my shack on loan to just send this video to you guys. And look at, I mean, as far as construction, the solder job, just absolutely perfect flow, nice and shiny. It doesn't look like there's any like residue from any flux or anything, like they cleaned it off. I mean, you can tell they genuinely take pride in their material. Not sure what this plate is. It's got some plastic on it for protector. I suspect that might come off. Maybe to do something inside. I have no idea. There aren't really instructions, so to speak, with this, but man, what a fabulous key. What an absolute fabulous key. I just don't like the color blue, so I would get like black or silver or something, but that's just me. But yeah, I'm sure they come in all kinds of different colors, as you can see here. So, wow. Anyway, that's all I got. I just wanted to take a look at this, and I'm always fascinated with keys, even though I'm not really a CW guy. I have, gosh, I think 11 CW keys. I just think they're absolutely fascinating gadgets. And at some point I will learn Morse code. I can send my call sign poorly at least, but they're just such incredible pieces of craftsmanship that go into a lot of these. And you know that like the good CW key makers just really have such a passion. And being Italian, and you know, I do work a fair bit with Messi and Poloni coax, and I just from knowing Stefano Messi and the passion that he has in his products, and I'm sure the passion that Begali has. Yeah, I mean, it's clearly evident that they don't cut corners, they don't settle for anything but the best, and that's what we have here in this Begali key. So that is about all I got.